Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. So inshallah tonight we'll continue part 5 Surah Yasin. Right? Inshallah we'll start from ayat number 54. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون. So before we continue with the news ayah, it is good to reflect or refresh our memory the ayah that before, and basically Surah Yasin divided into different parts, right? In the beginning, Allah talk about revelation, right? He talk about the Quran full of wisdom, that Muhammad is messenger. Then Allah talk about the history, people who deny, people who did not accept, and talk about 3 messengers who came to the cities and they kill all of them. They all bring us to reflect about what we can see, like the sun, the moon, the galaxy, the fruits.
Where did you hide?
And also then last week we talked about when the angel blew the trumpets and everybody was dying, and people was surprised because people were sleeping. They thought, "Khalas, this is the end. Yeah, we are sleeping, right?" So when they wake up, they see the reality, right? And now this is the time that people are going to face. فَالْيَوْمَ لَا تُظْلَمُ نَفْسٌ شَيْئًا وَلَا تُجْزَوْنَ إِلَّا مَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. Ayadasham? Okay, Sister Fatima, Tanvir, can you read for us?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. Okay. This day, the day of resurrection, none will be wronged in anything, nor will you be requited anything except that which you used to do.
Continue.
Yes. Only a short moment and all are stationed in the range in rows as if they were in a paradise. The supreme decree explaining the nature of the moment as well as the forthcoming reckoning reward is announced to all. The quick succession of these 3 images forms a complete and coherent answer to those who have been voicing doubts about the day of resurrection.
So this day, right, is the day of justice. One of our name is Adil, just. So nobody will be wronged on this day. And this is a scary day, because everything that we do is recorded, right? And even small thing, even maybe, people was, you're going to make wudu in the pool, for example, and they see the ants, almost drowning, you save it. It'll be there. Right? The hadith, the pregnant woman, subhanAllah, this pregnant woman, and Allah forgive her, going to put her in Jannah because she gave water to the dog, right? So therefore, and we know that. But the problem is not that we know, but the problem is how we implement what we know. We know the dhulm, the wrongdoing is dangerous, right? But people still something doing it. And this book called Al-Kabair, a man very strong, and then he saw a man was a fisherman, carried fish, and they must give me that. I said, no, please, this is my, for my family. So he grabbed the fish and he hit the man, fall down, and he's happy. On the way, the fish is still alive and bit his finger. He was screaming all night. So he went to doctor, and doctor said have this fish have poison, you have to cut your finger. And they did. If not, they go up. The next night, he also had very pain again, and continued. And the doctor was surprised. They cut again until here. So the doctor asked him, so what did you do, man? And he told the story. Oh, man, you have to find that man. So he's looking for that man. Alhamdulillah, after a few days, he found the man. Oh, man, please forgive me. He said, who are you? I am the one who grabbed fish from you. Look at my hand. So what happened? I don't know. Please forgive me. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. What did you do? I just prayed to God. God, He showed His power, His mighty toward me. Please show your power. And Allah saw the power. Right? So never do wrongdoing. وَلَا تُجْزَوْنَ إِلَّا مَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. Allah SWT will not reward or punish except what you do. Right? Subhanallah. إِلَّا مَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. So therefore, family Barmaki during the Abbasi, he became like the second hand of Harun al-Rashid. Very powerful. All position on that time is in their hand. So then they made mistake and Harun put him in the jail. So his son asked him, Dad, why are we here? After all this power and all this, right? Why are we here? And he said, maybe, I oppressed somebody. I did downgrade one, and that person make dua. Rasulullah said, Ittaqu da'wat al-madlum. Be aware of the supplication of the oppressed. Because there is nothing between him and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even from disbeliever. Right? Inna ashabal jannatil yawma fi shughulin fakihun.
Verily, the dwellers of the paradise that day will be busy in joyful things. The surah does not dwell on how the believers face the reckoning. Instead, it moves quickly on to show their happy end. They are occupied with the comforts available to them, happy, relaxed, enjoying the fruits served to them, and the shady groves providing a cool breeze. They are joined by their spouses in perfect enjoyment.
Allah, right? Inna mean no doubt. Ashab mean the people, but from the word suhbah, suhbah is something that like friend. So Ashabul Jannah, the companion of Jannah, look like Jannah. No, it's like the same, like a stick together. So Allah use the word ashab, right? Belonging. So when you enter Jannah, for us, Jannah and you like sugar and sweet. We stay there, right? So the Arab want to say the owner says, "Ana sahibu." I am the owner of this house. Right? Nobody can mess up. Right? Al-yawm, today, fi shughul. Shughul in Arabic means busy. Wait a minute, we busy only in dunya, busy. No. Busy, because Allah honor him. Busy because you become the guest of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Busy because you enjoy the blessing Allah gives to you. Busy, you look into Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Fakihun. Sometimes you have entertainment, you play soccer, you play this, you eat this, but something you're boring. Even you eat biryani, you eat ice cream, everything. After a while, for us. In Jannah, we eat and drink, we enjoy, not because of hungry, just to enjoy. Even you, if somebody like a song, after listen to 2-3 times a song, don't worry. Right? Subhanallah. Yeah. So Jannah. And then also, there is three joyful of Jannah. Number one is physical joyful. Of course, all kind of food, meat, drink. He said there's river of honey, river of milk, river of water, river of whatever you want. Right? And then river of wine, right? Milks. But then also we have spiritual happiness. Number one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala going to remove any feeling of illness, painful, hatred. That's not in our memory. So therefore, why people of Jannah, even in this life, there's not too much stress and distress. Right? Like Ibn Taymiyyah said, somebody said, man, take rest, man. Because he was put in jail many times. He said, what my enemy can do to me, my Jannah also in my heart. When they put me in prison, I said, this is good for me because this is the time that I can be alone with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Outside I have to, he wrote the book. So he finished the book in the prison. Right? If they expel me, good, this is siyah for me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked to travel by the word. Right? Because Jannah is in my heart. Right? Yeah. So, fakihun, right? Just here. And then another joyful of Jannah, physical, spiritual, also another, the joyful by the eyes. That's the highest level of joyful. When people are going to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Yeah. He said one day people, there's also this market, in Jannah market. But you don't need dollar or credit card. Right? When people in the market and then a light came, so beautiful. People thought it's Allah. No, that's only Hur'in. Only the servant. Yeah? هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون.
They and their wives will be in pleasant shade, reclining on thrones. Whatever they need is immediately made available to them. Above all this, they are honored with a greeting of peace from none other than their merciful Lord.
Allah. You alone know in Jannah said, whom وأزواجهم. They and their spouses. Azwaj here can be their company, friend, or a group that used to be together, but also with our wife, husband, right? One day Sheikh was talking about this ayah, hum wa azwajuhum, they and their wife. I said again, I thought it's new one. Yeah. Yeah, if your wife make it, yeah. But don't worry, your wife will become prettier than all the women in Jannah. Allah, right? And you will go after you enjoy all kind of women, and then the woman appeared from far away. I said, who's there? And I come closer. Are you going to forget all these women? Just to jump to, that's you? I said, yeah. In Jannah. The same with the wife. They look at the husband different on that day. Right? Like a funny story I mentioned last time, there is a man, his wife always bothering him, making him headache. Somebody said, why you don't divorce her? I said, no, if I divorce her, then somebody else will suffer. You're going to marry a man and suffer. And his wife died. But when he was died, he brought two witnesses in the grave, said, Talik. Divorce. Why you divorce her now? Because the Quran said, they and their wives. I don't want this one. Make sure not this one. Because he didn't know that in Jannah is different. Right? Inna ansa'nahunna, insha'a faja'alnahunna abkar. Your wife will be 18 years old. Right? So the important thing, how we be together in Jannah. So therefore, why is it very important as a family? You know, American sometimes say to his wife, honey, no one can divide us except death. A Muslim said, honey, even death will not divide us, receive death. Right? How to do that? Allah SWT said, وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَاتَّبَعْتُمْ ذُرِّيَّتُمْ بِإِيمَانٍ. Those who believe and follow by his family, the same belief. You wake up for Fajr, wake up your wife, sit there and you pray together. You come to masjid together, read Quran together, right? Then we be together. Yeah? And then it said, hum wa azwajum fi dilal, under the shade. Wait a minute. There is no sun on that day. The shade not because of heat, right? Just to enjoy something. You know, today we are 95 outside. It's hot. You know, in the morning I was walking, I always try to walk on the shade. You don't want the heat, right? In Jannah the same. And then he said, Ala aroik. Yeah, aroik, like a coach. You know, most people when they come from work and tired, what in their mind? To sit down or to sit what? On the coach. Right? Muttaki'un. Right? You know, reclining. Because sometimes we are stand up. When you stand up, what it means? You do something, you walk, right? Sit down, sometimes also you're walking. But when you sit down like this, what does it mean? You relax. That's in Jannah. You relax where? In your bed. Right? And then, you know, sometimes you are relaxed in the couch, in the bed, and he said, I want ice cream. What you have to do? You have to stand up and take. Over there, just come in your mind, ice. We don't say ice cream, ice, oh, there. Right? Walakumata down. Subhanallah. If you want hamburger, you have to go kitchen and over there is there. Subhanallah. Yeah. So that means Jannah is, so therefore why Imam Ahmad was, when he was asked, Imam, when do you going to take rest? Because Imam Ahmad, you know, in the morning he's teaching, he writes hadith and all, at night he pray. He said, when one of my feet enter Jannah, then I be relaxed. Right? Yeah. Yeah. As I mentioned last time, that Allah SWT will bring Ashad Buksan, the worst people, the most suffering people from Adam and today. Just imagine how it look like, maybe. That means what? He's very poor. Difficult to find food. What again? Lonely. Even his family wants to be with him. But he's Minari Jannah. After all, maybe he died, he was 70. You know, his life is sick, a kind of sickness. He never enjoyed his life, like everybody. Right? So Allah going to put this man or woman into the Jannah for 1 second. You know, like if I have a cup like this, I put like this. Right? And Allah going to ask him, how long did you suffer? He said, never. 70 years suffering, never. Right? SubhanAllah. لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون.
They will have their in fruits of all kinds and all that they ask for.
SubhanAllah. لهم فيها فاكهة. If something you go to separate, you go to you say all kind, right? You know this? Do you know? I know that's special food, right? So durian like Jannah, because a lot of throat, right? You need to open it. Jannah also like that, right? He said that Allah asked Jibril to go to Jannah. And then when he saw Jannah, he said, oh Allah, I believe everybody wants to go to Jannah. The next day he asked again to come to Jannah, but then the Jannah now surrounded by all kind of thorn. You know, that means to enter Jannah you have to be careful. And Jibril said, oh, I'm worried. People will not make it. Yes, because to go to Jannah you have to wake up at Fajr, no Fajr, like 4:30, right? When you go to a restaurant, you look at the menu, you buy something, you have to be careful. Right? You have to be careful when you talk, right? So that's like thrown away. And then Jibril asked him to go to hellfire. He said, oh, I think nobody will go to there. It's too hot. The next day, Allah asked him to go to hellfire, and they're so surrounded by beautiful things. Swimming pool, the flowers. I said, oh, I'm worried. People will trap there. Right? وَلَهُمْ مَا يَدَّعُونَ. Right? And for them, all that they ask for. That means, you know, maybe in your life, you want something. But because you are poor, you don't get it. Then remember Jannah, oh, I want that woman. Just remember, I want to buy that kind of car. I want whatever, right? Some people sometimes very funny stories. If you go to Jannah, what you want? You know, I want to know who killed Kennedy. Right? Yeah, Allah will fulfill it. There's something I was thinking that I want to Allah bring back like the movie, right? The Battle of Badr, right? Going to go in for Islam and all. Yes, Allah SWT going to fulfill whatever they want. So. Yeah. Subhanallah. Walakum ma yad'un. Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim.
It will be said to them, Salamun, peace be on you, a word from the Lord, Allah most merciful.
Allah. Right? Imagine, if the governor, the president, or somebody you admire just text you. What are you going to say? Come on, you know what text me? You will show people, right? Or maybe the president have press conference. He come to Seattle. And then in the first concert, he said, oh, Zakaria. What happened? Everybody, communions, will come to him. Wow, he mentioned your name. Imagine Allah mentioned your name. Salamun qawlan. He said every Friday they had to be gathering. People people in the know. So whatever you were sitting with your family, your wife at home, and then the angel will come to you, say salam alaikum. Imagine Jibreel, say, Jibreel. Jibreel will hand the invitation. He said, Abdi, said my servant, Ta'ala ila ma'adabati, come to my banquet. Right? On Friday. And then it's time to Rabbul Alameen. Allah Rabbul Alameen. If you have invitation from government or somebody that you put in the wall, man. What's that? There's invitation from the president. Imagine it's Rabbul Alameen. Right? Allah. And then he said, when we come, there's everybody going to have special chair made of gold and silver, according to their level. But if you are low level, you don't feel it, that you are inferior. Right? And then Dawood will come, Prophet Dawood also. Dawood has a beautiful voice. He said, when he read Quran, Allah even asked the mountain, Ya Jibalu awibi Dawood, echo Dawood. Then the God will come because he can hear him, because echo like a speaker. He said, the birds calling one another, and some bird, something die because he forget to eat. Just enjoy the music of Dawood. And then Dawood went to sit down, and then who will come? Muhammad Sallallahu. Right? Something when you are in Haram, or if in Ramadan, somebody have beautiful voice, you enjoy Salah, right? Imagine that day you get to hear the voice of Muhammad Sallallahu. Right? So after finish, he said, Allah will address the people. Assalamu alaikum. People, he recognize this is, just imagine how we look like the voice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then he said, Allahumma antas salam, wa minkas salam, tabaraka ya dhal jalali wal ikram. This will be our answer. That you read when you pray, right? Allahumma antas salam, wa minkas salam, tabaraka ya dhal jalali wal ikram. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask everybody there, do you want anything else? I said, Allah khalas. You wipe our face, that you give everything that we want. I said, anything else? Right? I just want you to please with us. Ridhoka ya Allah. I said, you won't be here if I am not pleased with you. Right? Allah said, anything else? Because Allah was begging that, people now recognize it. With one word, I want to see you. Then Allah will open the curtain. Wujuhu yawmaidhin nadira إِلَى رَبِّهَا نَاظِرَةٌ. Allah. This is the high level of the joyful in Jannah. So when people see Allah, they're going to forget all the beauty of Jannah. Khalas. Even when they come home to the family was amazed. You become more handsome, smell more good. What happened? I met Allah. That's every Friday. Subhanallah. In Jannah. Yeah, salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. So therefore why Rasulullah SAW used to make dua. Yeah, nas'alukan nadra. I ask you to be able to see in a wajhikal karim. So therefore, people are at different level to get to Jannah. Some for women, some for the food. But the high level, I want to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the high level. I mentioned last time, you know, I was in the what do you call? In the stadium in Egypt. You know, this Egyptian, he carry like a Pepsi and a corn here. He just watching them. Good. He didn't eat it because his eyes was enjoying. Maybe he's hungry. He start eating when the what they call the game is going on. Sometimes even you are hungry. Sometimes you are in the airport, you're waiting for your mom, your dad coming. She come on, eat. No. Until I see. Right? Salamun qawlan min Rabbir Rahim. Allah. From the Lord of the Merciful. Right? وَامْتَازُوا الْيَوْمَ أَيُّهَا الْمُجْرِمُونَ.
Then he will say, but stand apart today, you criminals. Contempt marks the treatment they receive. They are first told to stand aside, away from the believers. They are then addressed as children of Adam, which is an address implying reproach. How strange is the situation of the person who negates the science of Usulul Deen and claims that there is no evidence for it in the book. How could anyone doubt that when the majority of the verses of the Quran exhort one of investigate and judge according to intellectual proofs?
This is the day that spread between good Muslim, bad Muslim, between the criminal and honest. Maybe, you know, some people you not notice in this life. Not notice in your life. Right? Spread. You know, people might be hiding their belief, you know, because of something. You know, he's Muslim too. Right? So this is clear. People of Jannah, people of fire is a clear law. Right? This is also the clear that people used to laugh at. You know, some people sometimes laugh because you are serious in the deed. Because you are Muslim or you terrorist. So this is the day is everything very clear, black and white. Yeah. Then Allah bring us again to dunya. Alam ahad ilaikum ya bani Adam alla ta'budu syaitan innahu lakum aduwwum mubin.
Did I not ordain for you, O children of Adam, that you should not worship Shaitan? Verily, he is a plain enemy to you. By contrast, the surah dwells on the sense of reckoning faced by the others. It is shown with all that it involves to reproach and blame. But stand aside today, you guilty ones, children of Adam. Did I not enjoin on you that you should not worship Shaitan? as he is your open foe, and that you should worship me alone. This is the straight path.
Alam ahad, yeah, ahad mean agreement. Did I not ordain you? Or ahad mean did I not command you? Or the son of Adam. Do not worship Shaitan. Nobody worships Shaitan. Right? By listening to whatever they say, it is worship. Like the Christian, they become Muslim, and then Rasulullah ayat was revealed. You know, they worship their priests. He said, the Prophet, we never worship the priest. And he said, isn't when he said halal, haram by the priest and you obey them? He said, yes, let's consider worship. Right? So by listening to Shaitan, you worship Shaitan. You were sleeping in the morning. As-salatu khayrun minan nawm. Pray better than sleep. Shaitan said, just other. Right? Allah Ghafur Rahim. Right? You come home and your wife angry. Right? What Shaitan said? Show her that you are man. Say something. People listen. Right? Everything that happened, divorce, fear fighting, because listening to Shaitan. Right? He said that before marriage, now when you engage, everything what she did or she do beautiful. You're going to marry her, she talk a lot. I like it. Right? Her voice beautiful. Right? He said that when people fall in love, you know, you will not like listen to anyone. We become blind. Everything is beautiful. Right? Even she cook. You know, you don't like it, they said Shaitan always give trick. Before marriage, he make everything beautiful. You know, he talk 1 hour, he listen. Right? And you still remember every word that she say. Then after marriage, Shaitan will come again. Right? But no, the opposite. Right? Before, even her snoring is good. His snoring is good. No, I couldn't sleep, man. My wife snored too much. Right? Because no, it's halal. Shaitan like you do something halal. And also Shaitan in the Surah Al-A'raf, لَأَقْعُدَنَّهُمْ صِرَاطَكَ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ. He said, I will ambush on the right path. That means Shaitan only come to us when you want to obey Allah. You're going to pray, you're going to give sadaqah, you're going to read Quran, Shaitan will come to you. Right? Yeah. You're going to disco, you're going to do drink, Shaitan said, go ahead. Right? ثُمَّ لَآتِيَنَّهُم مِّن بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ. They will come to front of you. Front. What's front? Future. Don't worry, man, you're still young. How old are you? 40, 30. Your uncle, your grandfather died when he's 90. Enjoy your life, just do it, right? And then what's behind? What's behind? Your past. So don't worry, man. Allah forgive you. So Shaitan always, he know our weakness. Because some people, sometimes he gets strong. People try to bribe him. You know. But then we come to a woman. And khalas. He know our weakness, right? Innahu lakum aduwwum mubin. Hey, Shaitan is your plain enemy. Yeah. وَعْبُدُونِ هَذَا صِرَاطٌ مُسْتَقِيمٌ.
And that you worship only me, this is a straight path. It was Shaitan who caused the exclusion of their father Adam from heaven. He has declared his permanent hostility to them yet they continue to worship him. They were also enjoined to do something that was certain to set them on a straight path, leading to God's pleasure and a happy end in the life to come.
Yeah, well, I mean, Buddha also said, worship me. Why worship Satan? Yeah. So it's in their judgment, when people in the hellfire, like a pillar will come up like this. In the top was Satan. Satan will give khutbah. Khutbah in the hellfire. Because people will start complaining, God, we are here because of Satan. Satan said, no, you don't blame me. That you know that Allah promised and I have promised. Allah promises is true, but you follow my promise. Right? Blame me not, blame yourself. You know, don't scream. Because if Allah gives Shaitan power, you know, that means Allah is not fair. Shaitan didn't have power, right? Shaitan just offer you. If somebody offer you, you know what to do. And also Shaitan, he said, khutuwat. You know khutuwat mean? Step by step. So therefore this Arabic poetry said, when people go to do zina, I said, the first one is what? Nadratun. Look. Nadra. See. The second one? Baptisamatun. Smiling. Oh, green light. Oh, that means she responds. So we have to start from what? From the nadra. But after that, come on, we do. How are you doing tonight? And then Bali called. So therefore Allah SWT said, He didn't say to Adam, don't eat. He said what? Don't come near. Because Allah knows the weakness. Right? He said Shaitan came to Prophet Zechariah. And then he turned away. Zechariah said, what happened? I know you, Prophet. And Zechariah said, can I ask you? He said, what? What do you think about human being? Oh man, there's three types of human being. Like you, Prophet, protected. We cannot do nothing. Second one is so easy, like ball. You can kick right in life. But I hate the third one. Who? The people almost they're going to like follow me, and the last minute he cancel. For example, you were sleeping. 4 o'clock is Fajr, right? You put alarm clock, right? And then you close it, but you put maybe after half hour. So that's it. And then you come again, then you get sleep. But maybe 15 minutes before the Fajr, you wake up, stop and play, right? Like somebody told me a story. He said, you know, his student in UW, and then for some reason, he made an appointment with a girl to meet somewhere. So take shower, drive the car, and then he passed by masjid. Astaghfirullah. Say, go here or masjid? And then he turned. That was Shaitan angry. Somebody can play with Shaitan. Right? Or for example, you are in laptop. You want to listen to, looking for something, and say, plop, something there. And attract you. Yeah. Right? And he said, Astaghfirullah. You know when you do that, what happened? Allah SWT said, Innal ladhina yakhshawna rabbahum bil ghaib. Those who fear Allah in unseen, that means He's alone. Lahum maghfiratun wa ajrun kabir. For them will be what? Forgiveness. You don't ask forgiveness, Allah forgive you. And then great reward. Right? هذا صراط مستقيم. وَلَقَدْ أَضَلَّ مِنْكُمْ جِبِلًّا كَثِيرًا أَفَلَمْ تَكُونُوا تَأْكِلُونَ.
And indeed, he, Shaitan, did lead astray a great multitude of you. Did you not then understand? They are reminded that this enemy led astray many generations. Hence the rhetorical question, could you not then use your reason?
So indeed, adalla means make people lost. Jibilan, kajibin, generation of people that is stronger than you, right? Even them, Satan able to mislead them. Historically, how many evil people? Pol Pot, Hitler, Mussolini, and all these kind of people. Abu Jahal. Ayat afalah tak, kunu tak ilun. Allah SWT, you don't use the reason. That means Allah tells us the story that people before us, because they listen to Satan, that's what happened to them. And you're going to do the same, right? Hadi jahannamul lati kuntum tu'adun.
This is hell which you ever promised. At the end of this very hard and humiliating position, the dreaded sentence is passed, given in overtones of reproach and derision. This then is the hell that you were repeatedly warned against. Endure it today for your persistent rejection of the truth.
Remember, before that, فَيَقُولُ مَتَى هَذَا الْوَعْدُ. They also are, hey, you talk too much. Hey, no, talk too much. Where's the hour? Where's the hellfire? Right? So they said, Hadi, this is not, right? That's been promised. Right? So now everything become manifest, become reality. Right? I mentioned last time, when if somebody talk to you, Kamran, even you are here, you can talk with your family in Iran. Who is it? Are you crazy? You cannot talk with people behind the wall. No, become reality. All the sport, game, World Cup, in France, you can see from here. Before what? So therefore he said, Kalla sawfa ta'lamun. People in the grave, everything that you hear in Jum'ah and the class, tafsir class, is become reality. Right? Islawha al-yawma bima kuntum takfurun.
Enter to burn therein today for what you used to deny.
Islawha means, when people enter Jannah, we just said, hey, welcome. No, please, no. Right? Another ayah said, Islawha, that when you throw it to them. No respect. Right? It's the last verse today, inshallah. Al-yawma nakhtimu ala afwahihim wa tukallimuna aydihim wa tashhadu arjuluhum bima kanu yaksibun.
That day we will seal over their mouths, and their hands will speak to us, and their feet will testify about what they used to earn. However, the scene does not end here. It moves on to provide a most singular image. Thus, they let each other down. Their own bodies give witness against them. Their personalities are torn apart, with each part claiming that the other is lying. Each organ in their bodies return to their Lord separately, in full submission to Him. This is a terrible scene, one that we can hardly contemplate.
Al-Yawma, today, Allah sealed the mouth and the hand will talk, right? All our organ is under our control. If I want to hold this bottle, right? Can you say no? No, I cannot say no. I want to look at you. I want to look at you. The eyes fall off. Because Allah SWT gives us authority, ability to do this. Never say the hand, say, no, I don't want to do all this. No. Right? But this day is opposite. The hand said, God, I'm sorry. He said, no. You get the authority, look at the used to follow. Well, not a good thing. The feet also, you drive the car, you want to go north and east, they just follow you. Right? So this day, people who talk a lot now, In other ayahs, they said, what, you talk? I said, you talk? I said, yeah. Allah can make everything talk. You know, even in, Allah give example, the tree talked to Muhammad sallallahu. The rock talked to Prophet Isa alayhi Jesus. And Allah can make tongue talk, He can make also hand talk. But did you steal? He said, oh my God, never. The hand said, yeah, I used this hand. And Allah wished this against us. So therefore, why is it when somebody dies, is a good Muslim, everything will become witness. The wall, the sajada you pray. And so therefore, why we pray sunnah in two different places. So we pray wajib, it become witness. And all the other one. The trees that we pass by become witness. They will cry, right? This is a scary day. Yeah. Subhanallah. So what lesson we learned today, inshallah?
Lessons. The question about the hour will be infidels' question till the time of the hour. In the resurrection day, that will begin by the shout. They all will be dead, and another shout will revive them from their death to start the day of resurrection. Now they won't be able to deny. Now they will believe the promise of Allah and the messengers.
Yeah, before was denying, question. Are you sure? You know, why you have to wearing scarf, you have to wear hijab, you know, you abstain from this kind of inviolable, right? Yeah.
Scenes on the resurrection day. The first one is about the winners, those who believe in Allah and His messengers. They will win the paradise. They and their partners will be busy with the different types of blessings, decorative beds in the shade of paradise trees, and a special type of reward to them, greetings from Allah and peace, a peaceful saying from merciful God.
So, now people divided. One, inna ashab al-Jannah. You're going to enjoy forever. Right? So that's one group. Second group.
The second scene is about the criminals, those who refuse to obey the Creator and worship his creature, Shaitan. They will earn Jahannam, the endless fire that they were promised to earn if they disbelieve. That day their hands will speak and their feet will be a witness about what they did in their life.
Yeah, because Allah SWT has been in the first group. Ashab al-Jannah. So, yeah.
Prayer isn't for Allah, it's for you. He doesn't need us, but we need Him.
Yeah. If nobody pray, because Allah cry, we need to pray. Right? Yeah, you know, no Muslims, some people ask me, why do you pray for this? He said, we have body and soul. What does body mean? Food and you don't eat 3 days, whatever. The same the soul, right? So if a Muslim sometimes have stress, distress with the body, they don't have connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right?
Anas rahmatullah alayh narrated that Allah's Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, a supplication made between the adhan and akama is not rejected.
It's rejected, right? So people sometimes miss this. People are talking. Hayya ala salah, how you doing? And this Allahumma rabba hadi da'wat al-tam wa salat al-khayr. There is opportunity. The victory because dua on that time is rejected. Yep, not rejected.
Start a business of worshipping Allah, and all types of profits will come to you without needing any capital.
Yeah. Business to Allah is very easy. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Ibrahim the Quran. Yeah.
Whatever happens was always going to happen. And whatever isn't willed to happen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never happen. So be easy on every outcome.
Yeah. People always stressed and distressed. Why I moved to Seattle? Why I married this girl? Why, why? So why? Oh, if Shaitan always give you. Of course, before, yes, but after have, well, because, maybe he was walking and then somebody play golf, right? Golf ball, very heavy, and come to your forehead and have knot. Whatever. Man, and you complaining, you call 911, right? Again, remove this. Say, Alhamdulillah, not come to your eyes, person. Alhamdulillah, not come to Maryam. Not come to, right? So, Alhamdulillah. Because, of course, you have to be careful, but after happen, right?
There are no sad endings for those who trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah, because everything happened, there is what? Wisdom. Right?
Conceal your good deeds just as you conceal your sins.
Yeah, because Shaitan very smart. Shaitan sometimes, if unable to make you disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? And then you do everything, you pray, but Shaitan will come also. Will put in your mind, oh man, I think you are the best man. You come to masjid every day, you do this, right? Because he said we have to be sincere before you do it, while you do it, and after you do it. Then you give khutbah, for example. He was sincere. But then in the middle, people were looking, oh, you're sincere everything after khutbah. Nobody says something. Zak, what do you think? You give carpet to the masjid, for example, right? That's good. But nobody says nothing. Come on, what do you think this carpet? Like somebody, he pray at night, nobody knows, right? I said, 3 o'clock, the light was off. And when I was wake up, he was sleeping. Right?
Before going to sleep, play back your entire day in your head and ask forgiveness for every sin you commit.
That's Umar bin Khattab used to hit his leg. Hey, what did you do today? Start salat. Dia pray Fajr on time. Astaghfirullah, I missed Fajr. Oh man, the whole I was late. Man, oh man, I was looking for something and then I forgot to look it. Because if not, then you think I am khalas. Right? I know.
The Prophet ﷺ said, look to those below you and not to those above, as it is more suitable to remember the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted to you.
Yeah, if you have, if you are walking, don't look at people have bicycle. If you have bicycle, look at people have motorcycle. Right? Like somebody, he was very poor, he will have shoes, no sandal. Shaitan comes and said, man, look at you are boosting, you come masjid every day. But Allah didn't like you. Why? If Allah let you, at least give his shoes. Sometimes he said, oh, right, man, how come Allah didn't even give me shoes? And then he went to the masjid. He went to pray Tahiyatul Masjid. He saw a man before him without leg. Was making sujood. Oh God, thank you. I don't need shoes. I have legs. Right? I know.
Even if your sins were to reach up to the clouds in the sky, Allah would still forgive you.
You will find God like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Because some of the shaitan said, man, you are too much. I don't think Allah will forgive you. Right? This is the very good dua. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-huda wa-tuqa wal-afafa wal-ghina. Right?
O Allah, I ask you for guidance, piety, chastity, and self-sufficiency.
Guidance because every day you want to do something. Taqwa because you're going to face a lot of difficulties. The only thing can solve it is that. Al-Afaf, if you say no, you're tested it. A lot of challenging. Al-Ghina, you don't want to depend on God. Right? So that I think for today, I just want to make some announcement here. So inshallah, we're going to have a trip to Jerusalem, and also to around the Jerusalem, like the great Prophet Ibrahim, Prophet Ishaq, right? The Dome of Prophet Rasulullah went for Mi'raj, right? And then we get to Turkey, because in the hadith said, La tasudul rihal illa ila thalathi masajid. Do not make difficult in traveling unless except to 3 masjid. That means if it's difficult, don't go. But the 2-3 masjid, if it's difficult, you have ability, yeah, you can go. Right? So inshallah, any question? Make dua inshallah. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Ya Rabbana wa tahamduka min bagi. Bijalali wa chika wa adim sultanik. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma anfa'na bima 'allamtana wa qina adhaban nar. Allahumma hina al-islam wa sunnah wa tawaffana ala al-iman wa tawbah. Allahumma ja'al Qur'ana rabi'a qulubina wa nura basirina wa jannah wa kashfa hammina. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim wa tub alaina innaka antat tawwabur rahim. Wa sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.